Now on with the video. Now on with the video. We got it both. We got it both. We got it both ways. I don't know which way's which. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are doing well. Today I have my everyday makeup routine for you, so if you enjoy this video then please make sure you give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel to be notified for when I upload new videos, and make sure to press the bell so you're notified every single time I upload. So if you want to see how I get this look then please just keep on watching. Before we get into this, just as a disclaimer, I don't wear makeup every single day. If you watch my vlogs, you know this. But if I do wear makeup, then this is the look that I've been going to every day. So for me, when I do wear makeup, this is my everyday makeup routine, you know? First of all, please excuse my weird, crazy markings on my face. I dyed my hair today, so it's kind of really stuck on there and I need to get it off. So to prime my lips, I'm going to be using the Transformula's Lip Volume, and this is just going to moisturise and plump, and I have been finding that it is making my lips bigger, not like massively so that it's like, you know, horribly noticeable, but like enough that it's just like, yeah, your lips look plump. So you'll probably see them growing over this tutorial. And now on to priming my face. I'm going to be using the Freedom Pro Studio Priming Water. This stuff is so good. I've used it for over a year now and it's lasted me a really long time. So I'm just going to take this and spray it and shake it. I moisturised like probably about half an hour ago as well, so just bear that in mind. So as for foundation and stuff, I'm not going to go too much into depth, but I will show you all the steps, but I have a whole video. It's basically my drugstore foundation routine, so if you want to see it like really in depth then I'll link that video. So I'm going to be using the Rimmel Match Perfection in Soft Beige. I'm currently fake tanned, it's not that you can massively tell. But it's because most of it's come off, like you can tell like neck down that I'm tanned. So I'm just taking a pump of this and I'm going to dot this all over my face. So I want your honest opinion and thoughts on me not being red. I've literally been red since 2010, so most of my YouTube life, to be honest. And to blend this into my face, I'm going to be taking the Makeup Revolution. This is the largest one. I bought them as a set and I have a full first impressions video on these, so I'll leave that link down below in case you want to see what I think. But obviously if I'm using them still, clearly they're good. I'm just going to take this and buff this into my skin, which makes life so easy. Can you see that? Literally just disappearing. I haven't done a talk through tutorial in like the longest time. It's because like sometimes when I like to do my makeup I like to like jam along to music, because there's going to be big pauses of me not talking to anyone and it gets kind of lonely, you know. So quite often I do voiceovers, but I'll try and do like a mixture. Let me know what you prefer. So once that is all blended out, I like to take the LA Girl Pro Conceal and I'm just going to get some out first of all. Then too much always comes out and it's like, meh. Well, I mean my hairline is already heavily contoured with dark brown, but we're gonna add some more anyway. Whoop. So I'm just going in like a triangle shape like this. I'm not going like below where I'd want to contour because you don't want to drag it down. You want your cheekbones to be like lifted up. Does that make sense? I always put a bit under my lip as well. Makes them look more pouty. And then for the sake of the camera, I do my nose. Like I don't do this for any other reason, but I'm pretty sure before I did that, my nose was non-existent. Oh, I've got to get the double chinage. So I'm taking, I think this is the third smallest Makeup Revolution oval type jobby, and I'm just going to blend this out, and it blends like a dream with this brush. Because the other thing I struggle with, I think, with doing chit chat ones is I talk so much and then I'm like, oh my god. I like to take the big one as well to just smooth out any edges. It's like I talk way too much and then I'm like, oh my god, can you please shut up so I can just edit this and chop it and make it easier, because I don't want to do like a 20-minute video for a tutorial. I bet this is like going to be 20 minutes now. Let's see, shall we? Today for me is Monday. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day. Are you doing anything? If you are, let me know. What did you do? And if you're not, let me know if you love it or hate it, because I know some people love it, some people hate it. I'm just curious to know. I'm not doing anything, but I never really have done anything, so I've got used to doing nothing on Valentine's Day because my ex-boyfriend didn't celebrate it. And then last year on Valentine's Day we had cheer, so we didn't do anything then either, so wah wah. But I am the type of person that would like to do something on Valentine's Day, purely because I never actually really have had a Valentine's Day. Does that make sense? So this brush just blends like a dream, as you can see. So I'll leave that video link down for you so you can see the full effect. I don't know if the camera just picked that up, I definitely just spat. And get the double chin. It's so annoying, out of anywhere to be fat on my body, I get it under my chin. I swear it was worse, like, since being pregnant, like that's when it got like more wobbly and bigger. Oh. So what I'm going to do now is prime my eyes, because once I put my concealer on I like to bake and then I do my eyeshadow after, so I feel like if I prime my eyes after I've put my bake down, it's going to like mix together and like go all weird. So I do cream and then concealer and then bake, so there's no weird combination of stuff going on. So if you've watched any of my videos ever, you will know that I like to use the MAC Soft Ochre paint pot. Remember my first ever like skin toned paint pot I ever bought was Painterly, but that's because everyone went on about it, but actually I'm very yellowy, so soft ochre works for me. If you're more pinky undertoned, then go for Painterly. I'm just using Real Techniques Bold Metals 201 brush. I'm probably not going to tell you all the names of the brushes throughout this because I'll forget, but I'll try my best to include them. Now moving on to concealers, I like to use two. To sculpt my brows, I like to use the LA Girl Pro Conceal, and for under my eyes I use their Maybelline Instant Age Rewind, and this one is in Fair. You have to get this on Amazon, but you know, pale, so the normal one is just way too dark. So I'm just going to go in with the Maybelline one and apply this under my eyeballs, and I like to highlight with this. This under both my eyes, up my nose, woo, whoop, whoop. On my chin. I've actually got some blemishes, so I think that's where I've tanned. And if I'm feeling a bit extra, I'll do a little bit under the contour, but like that's not always done, that's not always necessary. We'll do it today. So to blend this out, I'm going to be taking a PS Pro mini micro blending sponge. I have a whole dupes video on these, so you can see how they run against the actual Beauty Blender ones. So I'll have that linked on the screen and down below, so you can check it out and see what you think. We shouldn't have weird hair dye marks though. So I'm just going to take the sponge again and just make sure that there's no creases or concealer collected. And then I'm going to take another damp beauty blender and then press this into the concealer. I know for some this would be like a massive extra step, but I don't find it takes that long. Obviously you're just like patting a load of powder on it and then you can get on with other things while you're doing it. So to me it's not an issue. Like boom, it's done already, and then you can do whatever else. And then it takes 2 seconds to wipe away. So I just dipped my concealer sponge in the powder. Wiped on the back of my hand. Right, gotta get rid of the creases on the other side. Because you don't want to be setting creased makeup. That's probably not a very good look, is it? I'm also gonna bake my nose because I find that product comes off my nose otherwise, like really easily. And I'm now going to move on with my brows. I'm going to speed through this because I've actually got a full video dedicated to my eyebrows. I've actually just remembered as well that ages ago I got sent some brushes from Backstage Lashes, and they're in a box under my bed, and I'm going to crack them out and try them out. So I'm now going to move on to my eyeballs. I'm using an oldie but a goodie. I'm going to be using MAC's Satin Taupe. It's a shimmery eyeshadow that doesn't look necessarily like much, but once you apply it like all over your lid and start to blend it out, like it kind of creates its own sort of crease colour. It's really quite magical and it looks amazing on green eyes. So I'm just applying this really, really roughly. And then just going to take a blending brush and blend this out. So to blend this out, I'm going to be taking the Backstage Large Eye Blender. This is a synthetic brush, I think. And I'm just going to start blending. Literally just going back and forth, doing some swirly circles. Whatever it takes to blend out the harsh edge. And as you can see, that there's already like more depth coming to the eye just from the one shadow, so it's very, very like minimal and effortless. You don't have to worry about lots of different colours. Like, how quick and easy was that? Easy, smoky, sultry, but very, very simple. I'm now going to be taking the Makeup Revolution Awesome Double Flick eyeliner and just literally going along my lash line and creating the smallest line ever. So I'm now actually going to step away from my eyes. Kind of gutted that I forgot about these, you know, like I kind of wish I'd used this for my foundation to see what that was like. I'm just going to use my good old trusty, this is normally white, and the only powders it's ever had on it is bake powder, like ever in its whole entire life, bake powder. So I'm just going to shimmy the bake powder away. And I'm then going to take the Rimmel Stay Matte, it's like not there anymore, pressed powder in transparent, and set the rest of my face. I'm going to use the angled powder brush for this. It's so soft. Although I have dry skin, I like to powder everything before I start adding on other products. Partly probably because I have dry skin. I find that like otherwise things just start clinging and they don't blend as nicely, so this kind of helps to, you know, act as a base, and I find things blend out better this way. Always lose this lid on my bed all the time because it's clear, especially like now there's no writing on it pretty much. Good old and trusty Sleek palette. I've used this since time began, really. Yeah, I think it's like my first ever like bronzery contour powder. Not this exact one, this is my second ever one, but they last a really long time. And I'm going to be taking the Backstage Contour Blush Sculptor. That's okay, it's good, it's good. Oh, ooh, I really like this brush for contouring. Hello. I like to take it up to my hairline as well, because you know there's normally hairline to blend into, but apparently my hairline comes all the way out here today. This brush for contouring though. Are you seeing this? I then like to take the brush I use for powder and just kind of go around the edges, make sure that there's no harsh lines. For blush, I'm going to be taking the Essence blush in Baby Doll. Neutrally pinky colour, like nothing major. I like my focus to be more on the contour and the highlight for the most part. Do you remember back in the day I used to just be obsessed with blush? Now I'm more obsessed with highlight. But I think it's because also a lot of my blushes used to like give me like a massive highlight before like highlight was a massive like trending thing. Like one of my all-time favourite blushes is a Physicians Formula one, and I'm pretty sure that's very shimmery. If you're wondering why I've moved away from my eyes, it's because I like to like set everything else before I do my mascara and my eyelashes, because otherwise I sometimes feel that they get a bit moist and then they're more likely to come off. So for me, personally, I prefer to do that after. So my newest favourite highlight of the moment is Mary Luminizer by The Balm. You've probably heard about this everywhere, all over the internet. It's incredible. And I'm going to take the concealer blender, and I think this is going to give a really nice, quite intense highlight. Are you ready? Are you ready? Oh, hey there, highlight. I see you. Oh, girl. When anyone ever says, oh, girl, or anything girl, I think of RuPaul. Ooh, girl. You got shemale. A nice highlight right there, isn't it? And I'm going to take a little bit down my nose. And on my Cupid's bow is really red and sore. I think I was chewing my lips before I sat down to film this, because they're a bit sore. Tiny bit on my forehead, but I don't want too much because I don't want to look like sweaty. I also like to take this teeny tiny 238 Precise shader from Zoeva, literally is tiny, and I like to apply this under my brow, and it just, can you see that? Like it just, wow, look, the brow is now on a whole nother level. Why do I suddenly look really orange? I also went in and applied some to the inner corners of my eyes. I don't think I filmed that. But I'm now going to, I've run out of my Urban Decay, so instead of setting my makeup, I'm just going to, you know, make it look less powdery. Fix Plus is not a setting spray, it's a refreshing spray. But to make my skin look less powdery, I'm going to now go and apply some of this all over my face. I love the smell of this. Like, it's one of those smells that takes you back to when you first started getting into makeup. Like, I feel like Fix Plus is one of those things that you buy like in the very beginning. It was for me. I think it was like my second ever MAC product. So now that highlight is glowing just a little bit more, and then while it's ever so slightly still a teeny tiny bit damp, I'm just going to get my brush and apply a tiny bit more, just like right up here. So I'm just applying to the very, very tops. For mascara, I'm going to be using The Balm What's Your Type mascara. And I'm just going to apply this to my lashes. Sometimes I just leave it at mascara. Depends what kind of day I'm having, how much time I have, and where I'm going. But I do quite often like to apply falsies as well. I'm one of those people that if I'm doing my makeup, like, do it all or don't do any. Like, I don't like really having in-between makeup. Like, I just find it doesn't suit me. I feel like having no makeup on, like, flatters my face more than having that in-between makeup on. I don't know why. It's just one of those things, I guess. And I like to apply some mascara to the lower lashes as well. Not like a ton, because I'm pretty sure that my lower lashes are longer than my upper lashes. Does anyone else find that their lashes get tangled in this corner here between the upper and the lower ones? Like mine actually get like really tangled. So like I said, sometimes I'll leave it as this and sometimes I'll apply false eyelashes. I'm going to apply some lashes today just because I feel like it. Unfortunately, they're not in the box all pretty, they're just kind of rattling around in here. But these are really nice lashes. These are the Girls with Attitude Fantasy lashes in the style Venus. These are a good amount of like dramatic and wearable. Like they've got that thickness towards the base, but then actually like the tips of them are very like spread out and fluttery. So I'm going to do this eye, apply these and be back. Okay, so we have lashes on, our hair is curled, and this is the first time I'm seeing my hair like styled this colour. So of course, lips. Most of you probably guessed it, it's either going to be this or the Primark one for my everyday anyway. I'm going to be using Maxwell lip liner. Because you know, love, love, love. I really hope you enjoyed this look. Make sure to subscribe to my channel for more videos and I will see you in my next one. Bye!